Shalom. Call Halimla Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And sincere Shalom to the 144,001 third. So, the BRICS summit has passed recently, and there's a few key points I want to highlight from this article that that lines up with prophecy about Russia. Chief Prince aligning the heathen under them to try to conquer Babylon the Great and the rest of their brethren, the Edomites, man. So let's dive straight. This is Al Jazeera. Russia's BRICS summit. What's on the agenda and why it matters to Putin? The summit, which leaders from 24 nations will attend, so that's 24 nations, all right, is the largest event Russia has hosted in years and a signal to the West amid the fear in Ukraine, analysis say. And yeah, it's been confirmed that North Korean troops are in Russia to fight against Ukraine because Russia and North Korea signed a pact, a military pact, to if like a country attacks Russia, North Korea jumps in. If a country attacks North Korea, Russia jumps in. Russian President Vladimir Putin is hosting the annual BRICS summit, which started on Tuesday in Russia's southwestern city of Kazan. The 3-day conclave will be the largest gathering of world leaders in Russia in decades. It will be held at a time when the Kremlin is locked in a war with Western-backed Ukraine. Yeah, NATO is backing Ukraine. Russia's basically going to war against NATO. BRICS stands for Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. Of course, Iran, United Arab Emirates, and a few other countries have joined, aligned themselves with the BRICS. The aim of the alliance is to challenge the economic and political monopoly of the West, so Babylon the Great. The group sets priorities and has discussions once every year during the summit, which members take turns hosting. The summit is in the 16th held. In 2023, BRICS extended invitations to include Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, Saudi Arabia, and United Arab Emirates. Saudi Arabia has yet to formally join, but the others have. So Saudi Arabia is holding back upon joining. Why? Because they're in the pockets with the whore. They want that cash flow. They want security from Babylon the Great. But guess what? They're gonna turn on these Western Edomites and ally themselves under these Eastern Edomites, these Russians, the chief prince. An invitation was extended to Argentina at the same time, but the South American country turned it down. That's right. He made sure that he made it known that he's a puppet under of these small hats, man. He kissed that wall or whatever. I don't know what you call it, but these elites that align themselves with Amalek, they go kiss a wall or some madness, or pray on a wall. I don't know the exact name of it. To that end, BRICS partners want to reduce their dependence on the US dollar in the SWIFT system, an international messaging network for financial transactions that Russian banks were cut off from in 2022. Before we go any further, let's go to Ezekiel 38. Ezekiel 38 from the top, verse 1. And a word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him, and say, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, and the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth in all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Yeah, I seen Russia. They showed off next gen warfare military suits. The whole suit, head to toe, bulletproof, and I believe it gives them certain capabilities like night vision. It's like an exoskeleton, so they finna be. It's gonna be decked down, man. It's gonna be like it's gonna be like some Black Ops 3 super soldiers, man. Persia, as we see, that's Iran, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah in the north quarters and all his bands, and many people with thee. So, and I think Turkey was what? Turkey showed up too. Let's go back to those countries that popped up. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. So yeah, Turkey, man. World War III is building up. What else is Putin trying to signal? War. It's also about posturing for negotiations on his war in Ukraine. This is going to expand to them small hats, man, in the U.S. 100%. Because it's written. This is written that is going to go down. And if you can't receive it, that's on you. Be thou prepared. This is Ezekiel 38 and 7. Be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto him. We see that now. Russia is what? Helping out Iran. They sent a whole military package. But guess what? They're still Edomites, so guess what applies to Russia, man? The book of Obadiah. Let's go to Obadiah. And this applies to all Edomites. The book of Obadiah. This book of Obadiah 1. Obadiah 1 and verse 1. The vision of Obadiah, thus said the Lord Yahweh concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. So these Edomites are going to become insignificant on the world stage. Of course, Russia is still going to have a foothold because they're going to be the primary source to take out the United States of America. Now let's scroll down to verse 7. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border, and the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread and have laid a wound under thee, there is none understanding in him. And that's going to this right here, man. Saudi Arabia military draft invitation to Iran is meaningful. Why would you see Iran is a direct opposition against the U.S. and them small hats. And Saudi Arabia is what? Supposed to be buddy buddy with the U.S. in the small hats, man. But guess what? They're trying to link up with them Carmenians to do joint drills in I think I forget which sea, but on a maritime drills. This exercise was proposed by Saudi Arabia, which is quite unusual. For decades, Saudi Arabia has been one of the U.S. primary allies in the Middle East and for oil security. Is this underlying logic of the two countries' exchanges over the years? Saudi Arabia has aligned with the U.S. on defense matters, bringing significant profits for the U.S. arms exports while receiving security protection from the U.S. in return. So things are changing real fast. The U.S. is about to go through hyperinflation. This place is through. And it's not going to be no healing of this place. This place got to go. Let's get this. Carmenians. This is Second Ezra, the 15th chapter, and verse 30, verse 29, verse 28. Behold, in horrible vision, an appearance thereof from the east, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia, all right, so Saudi Arabia, and all those other uh, so-called Arabs, which are just Ishmaelites and Elamites, shall come out of many chariots, and a multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble. Also the Carmenians, so these are the Iranians, raging in wrath shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians. And this is talking about the U.S. as the Assyrians. So this is what's going down. We see it building up right now. So this is how you know the Heavenly Father has 100% gave us the true understanding of these scriptures. It shouldn't be taken for granted. Now I'm pretty much done with this right here. Let's see if we can eat off of this this article right here in Al Jazeera. What's next for BRICS? BRICS is continuing to expand. Southeast Asian countries have recently expressed an interest in joining the BRICS, and I think 12 new countries have become affiliates or so, something like that with BRICS. 12 of them, so a dozen. They're not official members just yet. NATO member Turkey also formally requested to join BRICS in September. So this is Esau's little NATO, Slovakia. This little NATO structure is crumbling because Russia's trying to. I mean, Turkey, Gomer is what trying to align themselves under what the chief prince. All right, now let's go to Revelations, the 20th chapter, and verse 8. And shall go out to deceive. So this is what these Edomites. And shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. So guess what? This is Russia. What? Getting ready to go World War III against them small hats in Babylon the Great with the other heathen. And they went up to the breadth of the earth, which is what? Our land, and compassed the camps of the saints about. So that's what? Reestablishing that they're going to what? Jerusalem, man. The land of Israel. In the beloved city. And fire came down from from the Most High out of heaven and devoured them. So they're going to get put down when they finish their job, finish their lot in our land with slaughtering them small hats, nuking that, wiping that place clean with the nuclear capabilities. So that's it for this lesson. Auto One Rotterdam was edifying. Shalom.